We good? Hello, everybody. Why have I got like 1,000 decibels of sound here? That should be good.
Sounds good.
How is everybody?
Hey guys.
How are y'all doing? Can we get some hellos? Hellos, we good? Sounds good. Feel hype. Feel
Yeah.
hype.
It's a pleasure to be here. I think I haven't been here in a really long time.
You haven't. It's been a
Yeah.
while. You've been missed.
Yeah.
You've been missed. The community have
I
missed
had a
you.
breakdown. No, it's all good.
Not yet. Still hiding strong. Hello, everybody. Seeing those skulls in chat. Nice. Hello to all of you. I would name you all individually, but chat's like going at the moment. So I can see a Zaggy, though, showing some love. Hey, Zaggy. Well, look at that. Look what's already open on screen. It's like we planned this already. Avarasso, what's he doing here? Go do some stuff. No. Rannick is here, ready to troll Bossman Phil. So yeah, hope you're all doing awesome. Hey, Senior Silverback, nice to see you. So yeah, we're here to talk about tree stands and tripod stands.
Yes, absolutely.
It's been requested just a couple of times previously, I think. Just a couple. So yeah, excited. Looking forward to see the new different ways we can kind of hunt using them. Personally, I'm all about anything that gets me that edge above the weeds. So many times I've been like wishing if only I had some stilts. Is that going to come in a future DLC, like stilts for mobile tree stands?
Well, now we kind of have to, right?
Yes. Get that circus hunting vibe. So let's get straight into it, I guess. So we have 3 colorations of the tree
Exactly.
stands. These are purely cosmetic, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, yes, they are. So you chose a very good map to begin on. So for the people who can identify it in
We
the
haven't
background.
done Tiger for a while, so...
Yeah, exactly. And so we're on Medved Taiga, which is a very snowy map. And there are 3 different colorations that we have. So we have Arctic, Conifer, and Timber.
Yep.
They don't give a bonus themselves, but, you know, if you care about that kind of thing...
But they
if
look
you want
sweet.
Yeah, they look very good. And if you care about the immersion, that whole thing, like now on Medved Taiga, we would go for the Arctic variation to get that ultra camouflage bonus, which might also lead you to not being able to see where the hell you put your stuff.
Yes.
That's what it is.
Yep. I saw on, was it Facebook, a camouflage spanner the other day. I was like, I lose those freaking things when they're just silver. Why would you put camouflage pattern on them? But yeah, camouflage. That's cool. And as far as obviously mentioning the aesthetic camouflage, but as far as functionality of the tree stands themselves, they actually do have an in-game effect in terms of camouflage in some respects. I mean, we can see visual camouflage at 80 here, so it's going to give you a good visual reduction when you're set up in it, looking over your favorite need zones or whatever, without spooking everything from miles away.
Exactly. So that's the big thing. I mean, obviously you'll have the elevated view, so you can see what's going on. It's also really nice, actually, once we check it out a bit later in game, to see it from that standpoint. Just at the trees and over the grass.
Standpoint.
Oh. So that's very nice. But on top of that, you'll get visual reduction. Pretty hefty one. On the tree stands themselves, you also have a bit of a scent reduction and a very high proximity reduction. So you'll actually be able, if you call in animals and they'll be, gathering up below your tree, you can actually just watch them do their stuff. Obviously, that's not going to be possible with the tripod, but it's going to be some fun times on the tree stand. And apart from that, we'll have some more bonuses I think we can talk about a little bit later, once we get into placing the whole
my
thing.
favorite one is not one you mentioned yet, so we'll get to that. I'm just updating the game info on here. Where are we?
There's so much stuff going on here. Like, it feels like I haven't been here in years. Like,
Yeah,
there's more
I've
equipment, there's more screens.
I've
we
been
have-
doing work in here, man.
Yeah, we have chat sources from everywhere now. It's like we're in the future. I
Yes.
sound like I'm in a space station. It's very nice. It's very nice.
We can really make you sound like you're in a space station now.
Oh,
Anyway, let's pop open chat so people are saying again. Update the stream tile. Thanks for reminding me. And I think Restream is still going. How much will this be before we get into it?
The DLC itself, so we already announced the release date. That's going to be June 3rd. And the price is going to be, as usual, $3.99, depending a little bit on your currency and your location. But that's what it's going to be. It's going to include tree stands in 3 different variations and tripod stands in 3 different variations. And when you purchase the DLC, you'll get 1 of each in your storage.
Cool. So yeah, one of each of both tree stands and tri stands.
Exactly.
Zaggy, you want me to move the like to the left? What's the issue here? What's going on? I don't know. Zaggy's getting fussy with me. I'm really loud. I'm really loud, or Phil's really loud. Which one?
I can't be so loud.
Red shirt is really loud. Okay,
all
let's.
color variations 1 or just 1. All color variations 1. So if you buy it, you'll have 3 tree stands and 3 tripod stands.
Cool. Okay. Well, I've wound myself down a bit now. Sorry. Righty. So
Let's check it out.
we're on Medved Tiger. I have some prepared earlier. Let's check what time of day that I'm at. Yeah, let's change that. Wind it back down a bit. Go and have a sleep in here. What's my game volume at? Sounds kind of low.
Can we buy more than 1 sets of each? You can buy as many as you want. We just saw them in the store. I think you have the skill that the prices in the store are a little bit lower. So in here they were around 15k. That's what you can expect roughly.
Yeah.
And we have a higher limit for tree stands and tripods. So for these you'll be able to place 32 each. So that should get you going.
32
each. Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah. It's
Lots.
2019, right?
Lots of stuff. And I went loud then. Sorry. I did turn myself down, so hopefully you're all happy bunnies now. Righty. So let's see. My mouse has been giving me jip before I started, so I need to there we go. Fast travel down here. See what we have.
So fast.
Please add turkeys, please. We're aware that you folks would love some turkeys, so we know that one. Fear not. So here, first of all, is the tripod stand in its natural habitat. You can disassemble by interacting with the bag down here, or you can just get straight to it and hop on up. So here we are, elevated above the position. I chose this particular spot because I was hoping that I'd get some action down on this knee zone down here I set up.
Yeah, and that's pretty much the way you would do it. So I've seen a lot of comments from people already knowing where they'll put up their stuff, like tree stands and tripods. So next to need zones is obviously always a very smart thing to do. If you have a nice clearing like here where you have a good line of sight, that's going to be a tremendous advantage. So good start.
Yes.
Also, one thing to note, we have a tent here, so that is a very smart setup as well. There's a difference I think not everybody's aware of between the Hunter Classic and Call of the Wild, where in Call of the Wild you'll only spook animals when you put down a deployable. When you fast travel to a tent, you will not spook animals, so it's going to be quite easy to kind of zigzag around to see what hotspots are currently active, and then just get on that equipment and be happy.
Flick around them as you like it. How far does it spook when you set up?
Oh man, that's the part where I didn't do my homework.
That much.
If we haven't spooked Ronak, maybe he's still here. I think I want to say 200 meters, something like that.
Okay. So you can't just run up to a herd,
No.
plop it down.
No, that won't be possible. So you'll have to do a little bit of a preparation beforehand, but after that it's going to be pretty easy.
Yes. Brunk is saying, can the animal smell you in the tree stand or tripod? You do have a scent reduction, but I guess you should still be aware of it.
Yeah.
To some extent.
So in the tripod, obviously they'll have a much easier time smelling you and being aware of you when they're in proximity. Still visibility reduction. In the tree stand, you'll have a bigger scent reduction as well. So if you want to go full on camouflage, that kind of thing, the tree stand is probably the way to go. Where the tripod is always, it depends a little bit on what map you are. For example, we just talked about earlier, the high grass in Varonga, for example, is the perfect spot for a nice tripod stand.
Yes. Righty. So this was the tripod stand. Nothing hanging out at that particular need zone. But as you said, the nice way is you can fast travel, get some setup, fast travel roundabout, see what's going on in all of your favorite need zones.
Easy.
So up here I have a tree stand set up. Let's go and wander up here and see what we can see. So we can get pretty high up there. Should I grab a tree stand?
Yeah,
as
maybe
well?
we show how you can place them.
Let's show folks how we can place them
Yeah,
first.
there's a important thing here to notice that you will not be able to put a tree stand on any tree. Several reasons for that. One is immersion, another is just technical things for us in the game.
Yeah.
So we'll have a couple of different trees in every reserve where you'll be able to put the tree stand on. Once you have the tree stand equipped, these trees will highlight, which we'll probably see in a second. And trees where you won't be able to put tree stands on is probably trees that are too small or that couldn't support a tree stand, dead vegetation, dead trees, that kind of stuff, or where branches would, get in the way, that kind of thing. You have an animal just to your right. I think
I have a whole bunch of animals down there. Should
I mean, Chet, we need to give Chet what they want, right?
We hired you because of your reputation as an
Squirrel
ethical
piggy.
hunter. So target vital organs.
There we go.
Heart, lung,
Is there
always aim
XL
for
tree
quickest,
stands
least
for
painful
Zaggy?
solution.
We can do custom measurements. Don't worry about it. So yeah, these are very heavy. So I have a full inventory of my weapons and stuff and some calls. I've just spooked all my beautiful reindeer over there, taking that pig out. They'll be back in greater numbers too. No. So here we have tripod stands. So tripod stands, it makes sense it wouldn't go there. It's super wiggly, but you can still get away with putting on some quite rough areas if you want. Hold down right click and you can rotate it around. This is more for aesthetics because you do get a 360 view from it.
Yeah.
So
once you enter it, you can just rotate as you want. But yeah.
And then, new fresh tripod stand. Pop up, and then you can still have your 360 view.
Yeah. And you'll exit by looking down and then hit space button.
Yes. Any clue on fixing the crashing on latent? That's something that I've been sending some reports back about, and I know the team have been working on it.
Yeah. So for this patch release, we'll have a couple of crash fixes. The one regarding the regions and latent lakes is included in that one, so that should improve for everybody. We have two more that are quite common that have been introduced with the TrueRex update. I think one is related to what kind of data the host sends to a client in a multiplayer game, and the other one is related to animation data. So hopefully that should improve the situation for everybody across the board. Of course, always keep reporting back to us, but those latent lake crashes should go down quite a lot.
Nice, because it's my favorite. So, right, I've grabbed a tree stand now.
Yeah.
And lo and behold, it's for magic. When you hold it in your hands, any available targets will highlight for you. So like a spindly little stick like this, that's not going to hold a thick hunter such as myself or Zaggy.
Or Zaggy.
So I need to scroll down chat. Restream can't handle the hype. So otherwise, you're going to highlight the different areas.
Exactly, yeah. And it's currently like the default color is white. I think you are able to change this in the settings as well.
Cool.
And then, as you have it now, so if you look at the tree, you'll get this ghost model as with the other deployables, and then you can change the height, where you want to place them, as well as like the direction it's facing.
Yes. So you can just kind of move around the tree.
Exactly.
Get the angle dangle you want, and you can kind of move it a little bit of rotation, but otherwise just scooch around it and get it to the spot you want. So let's stick it up facing that way. And there you go. And you don't even need to climb the tree manually. You just magically pop up inside of it. It's awesome. Of course, that was just for demonstration purposes. I personally, the earlier one I set up, gives me a bit of a nicer sight line. You can roam around on it a little bit, but you're not going to fall off. So, safety first. Don't worry about that.
You can crouch. You won't be able to go prone. So that is another safety first issue.
I have never seen a hunter lying prone in one of these sat stool-based tree stands, so I think we should be okay with that one. Okay,
Nice.
so I did shoot my piggy, which has probably spooked all those nice reindeer that were chilling out down here. Maybe I should have shot the piggy from within the stand.
It's fine. I mean, we can just enjoy the view a little bit, but it's an excellent point. Obviously, one of the things with these tree stands and tripods is you're immobile. You'll be stuck at this point for a good while, and even though you have a great line of sight, the game system will not really support that way of hunting. So you'll bump up your hunting pressure and that kind of stuff. So in order to make this much more accessible, what we decided to do is you'll get a very big bonus on hunting pressure when you're hunting from tree stands and tripod stands. actually from all the hunting structures once this patch goes out. So if you're in a structure like this and you take down animals, you will create only 25% of the hunting pressure
Okay.
you'd normally create.
Yes.
Yeah, so this is very good. So you can stay there and travel around a little bit faster once you're done, or once you've taken out enough animals. The usual way to do or to hunt from these is to lure them in anyway, use callers, that kind of thing. So this should hopefully help that you don't have to constantly travel around.
Yep.
Yeah, so this will be available once the patch releases for all hunting structures. I think maybe except the layout blind and the waterfall blind. I need to double check those.
Okay.
But I mean, for the tree stands and the tripods where it makes a lot of sense, less hunting pressure. So if you place those close to need zones, they won't get toxic, and you'll have a great time.
Yes. So we have a moose friend come down to see us.
Oh, nice. I mean, this is perfect. This is the perfect example of what you would do. They can't really pick you up. They come really close as well. So this is great if you just want to check out the wildlife, lure a lot of animals in, pick your target, and be happy.
Seems like I should have bought myself a bow or a crossbow though. It's
Yeah.
really nice to make use
Yeah.
of the lower hunting pressure, etc. You can still keep calling things in.
Yeah. Not spook them when shooting as well. Like, this is going to be stealth heaven.
Yes.
Can we swing from one tree stand to another? I don't know. I think probably not. Even if you would place them close enough, I think you always have to get down. Oh, look at the party.
Down. I saw people asking about true elk, because of course that was a thing as well we've been discussing about recently. When are we expecting to see that?
Yeah. True Elk is going to come out with the same update. So with this
Steady your aim.
DLC of the tree stand and tripods, you will get the equipment itself.
You know what?
You'll get
I'll
the
be
True
quiet.
Elk, so True Rex for the Roosevelt Elk, great shot. And you'll get a couple of crash fixes, game improvements, what we just discussed, like reduced hunting pressure in hunting structures, that kind of thing.
So I can't. So unfortunately, stream. This thing here is misbehaving on me, so it won't let me zoom in like I should be able to, because I'd love to be able to show the hunting pressure, but as you can see, it's already popped up a faint one there.
Yeah. So, because I saw a question that there's a loophole, so you can just kill as many as you want. No, hunting pressure will still pile up, just much slower.
Much slower, yeah. So it's still going to be a thing. You can't completely disregard it. Yes. Buy new mouse. We have a new mouse ready to go. Unfortunately, I in all my shenanigans setting up for the stream, forgot to switcheroo it. So I'm currently this week, Tree Kiwi is off celebrating a special occasion. So I'm doing all the things at the moment. I'm like the busiest community manager on the planet.
Yeah.
Feels like it.
Oh, well, the other guy is having a great time, right?
Yes. What weapon are you using? I'm using my kind of go-to. Where are we? 338 Rangemaster and. That is the Solokin. It's just everything.
Yeah.
Every answer in life, every question, answer it with a Solokin.
It's a good one.
It's great.
It's a good
Weapon
one.
Pack 2, if you don't get it already.
Yeah, just to repeat, release date is going to be June 3rd for the DLC and, of course, the patch as well. On all platforms at the same time. $3.99 is the price point. Yeah.
Is there a minimum distance you can have from the tent to the tripod? You can have them as close as you can, really, without them colliding or having, as long as a little bit of spot where they'll fit. There's not really a limit that we've artificially put in there. It's if the terrain makes sense, it'll go there. Where can I contact support? It's support.thehunter.com. Plug that into your web browser, and you can get in touch there. I'm going to see if this other elk came back in after I shot the other one.
Yep, I'll jump on some more questions. Is the Solokin free? No, this is part of the Weapon Pack 2. I highly recommend it. It's also $3.99. Will we get free weapons sometime in the future, like with the 470 King? The King was included with Waronga Savannah.
So it wasn't free. It was... sorry, moose, Zaggy. I keep calling all the wrong animals. I was streaming last night, and I was calling jackals coyotes for the entire evening. Dr. Played, True Elk, will it be free or will it be with a DLC? True Elk... True animal updates are always just included as a part of everything else as a free update. Yep. So we're never going to put a price on true whatever animal, insert name here.
Exactly. And the same goes for the content. So The tree stands and tripods, they'll be part of the patch itself, just like True Elk and all the crash fixes and these kind of things.
Yep.
So if you play in multiplayer with a friend who owns that DLC and he puts up, I don't know, 8 different tree stands, and you have a full multiplayer game, you will all be able to use those as long as the person who owns the DLC is still in the session.
Seems a pretty nice thing to do.
I mean, if you have nice friends, that's great. That is great.
Yep.
Will there
Whatever.
be new weapon DLC? Yeah, I mean, weapons and equipment, that kind of stuff is bread and butter to the game, so
Yeah.
we'll keep working on that.
I say this every week, like
yeah.
weapons, animals, maps, as you said, it's bread and butter. It's something that as long as there is a long enough timeline, there is a 100% chance of everything appearing. So it's more just a case of which order we put stuff
Yeah.
in, I guess.
But definitely always let us know like what you want to see next in terms of what specific weapon or what equipment or what kind of feature. We have a rough idea that turkeys might be popular. We also have a plan because we need to plan a lot in in advance. But we're always keen to hear what you guys want to see.
Yeah, there's a teeny little hint that turkeys might be popular.
Oh, God,
I
no.
heard it on a grapevine.
God,
Friend of
no.
a friend of a friend said that he overheard from somewhere that maybe someone might want them.
This is live, right? We can't cut this out.
Muzzle loading turkey stands. That's what we're. Yes.
God damn it.
But of course, today is all about the tree stands, which has been a massive request for
Yep.
a long time.
Yep.
So,
One more note we can do for other improvements. The patch notes, of course, you'll get at the same day once the patch releases. But we've confirmed this in the past. Like the current blacktail and whitetail animals you have in the trophy lodge that have been before Trurex, they're missing their antlers right now. This will be fixed with this patch.
I'm glad you remembered that because I spotted that go by earlier, and then it went in one ear and out the other. So yes, that's something that we have been already working on. Oh, what we got there? I saw something way up on the hill. Oh, my mouse won't scroll. Why you do this? There we go. Something just went up over the lip of that hill just a second ago.
Can I just refresh this window?
Oh, you can, or you can hit new messages down the bottom there.
I don't think it's... Houston, it's not responding.
Okay, hit F5, or whatever you want to do. Okay, if you had a question in the last sort of 20 seconds or so, please do throw it in chat again, because we have to refresh chat. Restream, it gets excited. It can't handle all the hype, and then needs a little kick every now and then. Okay, let's go see what we got from our kills. And the nice thing is, you know, obviously I shot this moose. I spooked the stuff away temporarily. I can either wait here, wait for it to start coming back in again, or I can just go and check out my next stand and, you know, let them all chill out, get back to their normal business.
Always claim your harvests. Don't let them lying around, but yeah, you can do that. Oh, that was a great shot. Hot damn.
Well, yeah. The nice thing about you being here is you can't write Kappa.
Yeah. Oh, man.
You can't IRL Kappa.
That was a good shot, though. I saw a really good question whether there would be any trees in Parque Fernando that go for tree stands. We have valid trees in every reserve. So you will be able to use the tree stands no matter where you are. There are a couple of reserves where there might be less trees. Like, for example, here in Medvedtiger, we have a couple of we have a lot of trees that you're able to use. If you go to a place like Voronga Savannah, it's not really encouraged. Like, it's kind of a different approach in that map in general. So there's still trees available there, like especially if you go to the Fever Tree Forest, that kind of thing. But that might be a map that is more geared towards using tripod stands or a more mobile approach to hunting.
Just going to take the voices down for streaming purposes. But yeah, that's important. As you said, I mean, it's about sort of different hunting styles, I guess. Medvedtiger, these wooded maps, is more encouraging the use of tree stands and things, whereas an African map is not so much, let's say.
Yeah.
We need more clues to the hard-to-find Easter egg you told us about last week's stream. We still can't find it. We will roll out clues. Not just yet. Still going to be a little while. I wouldn't worry too much about trying to hunt it down, because you should wait for the clue, because it is a super-duper toughie. So just wait for a little while. Pretend you never heard it. Get hyped for tree stands, and then we'll start laying out some breadcrumbs, because it is a toughie.
Yeah, it's what kind of we're moving like on the range of like, you know, too easy, like everybody instantly knows, like, obviously it's tree stands. And then on the other spectrum, it's like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah.
So, yeah, just take your time, guys. Watch the stream. Get hyped for those tree stands and tripods.
Yeah. It's nice to mix it up, you know, different difficulties. Wing Shooter says they found the Easter egg. I don't reckon you have, Wing Shooter. You might have found something. It's that tough. The Easter egg is under the tree stand. Check your siege. Like an ultra long rifle, like a Lap or a Magnum. I mean, again, there's so many different kinds of weapons we can still add to this game. It's still scratching the surface of all the awesome that's yet to come.
Are we gonna add new weapons soon? Yeah, we talked about that earlier. It's something we're always working on. So now it's equipment, also true Rex. So we're adding more and more with every update. Soon, I think you'll get more of what you want.
Saying, so what was that? I missed the other.
Yeah, I saw another
there.
question.
Yeah.
Just to repeat again what we've been going over so far. Tree stand and tripod DLC is gonna release on June 3rd, along with a nice patch fixing some of the crashing issues like in Leighton Lake. It's gonna be priced at $3.99 at the same time on all platforms. The tree stands will reduce your visibility. All hunting structures will create much less hunting pressure when you hunt inside from them. For tree stands and tripods, you will be able to place 32 of them each. So that's very nice. Clients in multiplayer can use them as well. So if Graham owns a DLC, puts up a tree stand, I don't own it, I can join his multiplayer game and get up in there. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Maybe one thing we can note, which is not very easy to see, is if you go up on that tree stand, or if you just get close to it, like how you dismantle them. This time around, you don't look at anything specific as we have with the other deployables. Usually, you would look at the backpack or something like this. With this one, you just look at the tree stand itself, and if you look at the right side of the screen, you see a little prompt coming up here where it says R dismantle. So
Let me point to that for you. It's just here.
Yeah.
Nope.
So it's easy to miss as it works a little bit different, but fear not. The prompt will be there, so just check out your screen.
Yes. I thought this would be a really sweet spot, but no luck at this one today. I got a little musk deer way off in the distance.
I say go for it. Why not?
I'm a bit over calibered for it.
Yeah,
but,
that's true.
YOLO.
But I mean, again, like if you just show the view again, it's so nice to see the game from these elevated positions where you're actually able to. I'll stand still for you, Graham. I'll stand still for you.
Yes. Anyway, you distracted me by asking me to go back to the view.
Yeah.
That's what
I mean,
happened
if you rarely see the game like this, and now with the tree stands in, I mean, this is just another sight to behold, and we're really happy to give that perspective on all the the time we spent on creating all these maps. So
yeah, it's really nice to say. It said a completely new perspective.
Yeah. Hopefully, we'll see some nice screenshots.
Yes. I think you need to watch Quartz's video about distance and scopes, lol. Yes, indeed. I've been using the Ascent scope quite a lot. So I switched over yesterday to using the Hyperion one. I need to get my my mental range back in. Will we ever get loadouts?
I mean, we see it popping up every now and then. We have been reworking the inventory systems good time ago. So this is one of the things that are on our list, but it's a pretty big list with a lot of things that people want. So I also saw waypoints popping up, for example, or bow fishing being dropped right now. There's a lot of things that we want to do. And with the tree stands, with true racks, with the trophy lodge, I think we've been on a good path so far, and you guys know that we care about what you want, and we work on that.
Yep.
So if we see repeated requests like that, we are aware of it. Is it going to come in this update or the next? No. But we'll try to see where we can fit it in. First thing first is going to be crash fixes, tree stands and tripods, more game improvements, and then soon you'll find out what's after that.
Yes. I want to scroll in so I can see the time of day on my need zones, but the mouse is... Oh.
All these excuses.
Yeah. Where are you going?
Here's a great question. Will there be weapon stabilization when in a stand? You can crouch in most of the stands, so it would help a lot. So in the tree stand, you can actually crouch, but the tree stand and the tripod will also have aim stabilization. So that will be helping you out getting those long distance shots in as well. So you'll have visibility reduction, you are in an elevated position, you'll create less hunting pressure, you'll have aim stabilization, and did I miss anything? I think that's it. Like in the tree stand as well, you have some scent reduction, some proximity reduction, but yeah, you'll have aim stabilization.
Does tree stands come with snacks? Yeah, you get beef jerky with every purchase. So I came to this one and I got another blank. Nothing here, but as you can see, I mean, my tent is right next to my stand. It's super convenient. So what I can do is I can always just, check out another time of day if I feel like it. Just rest and I can just check the same spot and see if anything else is around the neighborhood.
Is it a DLC? Yep. Tree stands and tripods is a DLC. $3.99 drops on June 3rd on all platforms. Can I shoot ducks from them? Yes.
I guess you could.
You
Very
can if you want to. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
For ducks, you'll have also the waterfall blind, which is a great help. Or for geese or whatever, you have the layout blind.
Yes. Hello up there. Will a water buffalo keep bothering whilst we're stalking other animals? What do you mean by that, Cristiano? Elaborate a little bit for us, buddy, and we'll do our best to answer that for you.
Can you fall off the tree stand? No. And we've been discussing it.
No, I don't need another way to kill myself in a
No.
game. That's
Like,
fine.
Yeah, usually it's like when you spot the animals or when you lure in a nice animal group, you will want to find the best target. And then you're so in it, and sometimes, you move a little bit. Maybe they are behind some bushes or there's a couple of branches just in front of you. So that would not be the greatest experience if you didn't just crash down and die. Would be kind of funny, but only once.
Yes, just wind it back to the morning here.
Can you escape a lion if you get in a tree stand? I mean, if you're fast enough, you might be. They won't be able to attack you in a tree stand, but I think in that case they'll just run off. Or hide in a bush behind a stone and then ambush you. Who knows? Who knows?
In my case, probably the latter. I look like a great big walking hunter-flavored snack most of the time I've been on for hunger recently, that's for sure.
Two-person tree stand in the next stand pack. Maybe. We really like the multiplayer editions or, that kind of social gameplay. What we said now for this pack is basically you can place tree stands and your multiplayer friends can just hop on them as well. So you'll just need several next to each other. You'll get 3 of those with just the purchase of the DLC itself. So that will get you started. There can only be 1 person in a tree stand. There can only be 1 person in a tripod stand.
Yes. Will Puma use the tree stand? Asked Dizzy. That'll be quite amusing. You're coming to tree stand, you see a puma curled up on top of it. Okay, someone just asked about can you change the elevation on the tree stand. So I'll quickly demonstrate that again.
Nice.
For those of you who might have missed it the first
You
time
can
around.
also just dismantle the one that you just had, so we can show that.
I could do that. Ba-da!
Easy.
So there we see in the distance, you can see all these like ghosty coloured boxes around the trees. They're mounting points for a tree stand. As Phil said earlier, you can actually change the colour of these if you prefer to make them stand out a little bit more or not. As you can see, we got oodles of choices up here.
Yeah.
I have got another one set further along the tree line here, because when I was setting up earlier, this place was loaded with reindeer. I don't know what I did, but they're not here today. So what we do is we pick the spot that we want. There we go. You can aim at it basically, and then you can choose to wave it up or down, depending where you go. So you can take it a bit lower to the ground, or you can wave it.
Yeah.
Wave it.
And
Click it right the way at the top.
these highlights for the tree stands, you'll only get them once you have the tree stand itself equipped.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they won't pop up, and they'll also, it's depending on distance. So if you just scout something at the horizon, you will not be able to see if you can place a tree stand there or not. I think you have to get within like
Yeah, you have to get reasonably
100
close.
meters or something like that.
Does the height of the stand affect visibility? No, it doesn't. It's just it's baked into the thing itself. So you can use it how you like. You have complete freedom with that. You don't have to min-max how you place it. How much do you scare the animals when assembling a tree stand? Enough to you'd not want to put them when they're stood next to you.
Exactly. You'll
Yeah.
you spook them if you put the tree stand in there, which is what we've done now. But the bear's still there. That's nice. That's very nice. Another question I saw earlier: are you able to put several tree stands on the same tree? No, only 1 tree stand. Yeah, only 1 tree stand per tree.
I don't think he's in range for my fawn, but we can have a look.
Oh, there's 2.
There is. Not in range for my fawn, unfortunately. I think.
Ooh. Nice.
Yeah, that was right on the render range there. I'm gonna hike over to my other tree stand. I can actually run because there's nothing. Actually, let's get cunning here. I can grab that one. I'm gonna run all the way over here, and I can just plop it somewhere else. Because they're quite far away, so I should be able to stick it up again without immediately bothering them.
New Graham tactics.
This is all like on the fly. I'm inventing this as I go along. This is the first time I got to play them myself, so it's pretty fun.
Can 2 people be in the same tree stand? No. Can you put several tree stands on the same tree? No.
Where are we? Do you want that one, or should I go for the next one over? We'll probably get a bit closer, actually.
Yeah, a little bit closer. And just to repeat once more, this is a DLC for the tree stands and tripods. Hits on June 3rd, $3.99 on all platforms at the same time. It comes along a nice patch, crash fixes, especially in Layton, fixes for having no antlers on your pre-Trurex, blacktails and whitetails, and we will also introduce Trurex for the Roosevelt elk.
Actually, I have a tripod over here. Let's go and sit in that one, perhaps. See if I can see it.
Will you be able to fast travel to tree stands in the same region? You'll be able to fast travel to tents, not to tree stands themselves.
Looks like those bears were on a mission, apparently. They had somewhere to be. How many stands per map? 32 of each, was it? It wasn't 32 combined, it was 32 of each.
No, I think it's 32 tree stands and 32 tripod stands.
Yes, so either way, tons.
Yeah.
Lots and lots.
Will we also increase the tent limit then? It's probably something we're going to look into, like especially if once this is out and we see the feedback that you guys have, it's something we can look into.
Yeah, I mean, particularly just it's so handy being able to set up your tent near to your stands.
Yeah. A couple of questions here regarding console performance. Will we improve that? Yeah, we're always working on that. I don't think we'll have performance improvements for this update, but the next one will have some. And then I saw another question regarding having issues completing achievements. We're also still working on that. This has been a long story with a lot of work, and I think we'll have another update on that soon as well. What is the tent limit? Oh Jesus, I think it's 16.
That rings a bell. Yeah. Well, maybe one day feeders be added. I mean, it could be pretty cool or something like that in the future. I mean, this is, of course, tree stands have just got here. Maybe in the future we might want to expand on that mechanic by adding things like feeders, mineral blocks, that kind of thing to maybe double down on the pulling the animals in.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this would be completing the whole package of I set up my spot with a tent, couple of blinds, tree stand, and I put some feeders around. I mean, that would make a very nice hunting party. But yeah, as you just said, step by step, let's get those tree stands out first. And then we already had tons of requests for new weapons and, animals and all that stuff. So you guys just let us know what you want, and we'll see when we can do it.
Yes.
Will the tree stand height affect animal awareness? No. So it only matters that you have a tree stand. Doesn't matter how high you put it. Once you are on the tree stand, you will create less hunting pressure when taking down an animal. You'll be less visible, and the animals will be smelling you a little bit less. That's correct English.
This should be a sweet spot here, because can't see anything over there, but I can just pop up my tree stand and look at that beautiful sight line. I mean, this is something you could have never gotten before the patch. I mean, it's when it comes, not the patch. It's not here yet. Soon. But yeah, that's... we got some piggies around. You're a piggy pig.
I want Call of the Wild to live on many, many years. We too. And thanks to the support of you all, it is possible. So everybody tuning in right now, playing the game, watching Graham take down this bear. Almost take down this bear. Was a good shot though. Oh, there's stuff. It's also really nice. Like now, you took your shot and like on the, all over the screen you see stuff happening and animals spooking. Like this is also, often you think like, if you have a bad time, like, oh my god, I've seen like one animal in the past 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And on this tree stand, it's not like, you see them, they're all around
you. Get such a different view on things.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because you wouldn't normally see that perhaps. Those pigs would have been off into the trees, you would never known they were even there. So it's, right, let's go and clean up after myself. I think that bear Should have been a single lung. It should drop somewhere.
Did it actually drop?
It should drop somewhere. The pigs, not quite so confident with. We'll see. It seems there's trouble placing on high trees. Can you confirm there's no issue there?
So you won't be able to place the tree stand on any tree. There's predefined trees where you can place them, well,
Yeah.
tree types, so to speak. So if you have the tree stand equipped, there's a little highlight popping up. But then the highlight indicates like a range, like a min and a max in terms of height where you can put them. And you can put them wherever you want in that range. And it won't matter if that affects visibility or scent or any kind of bonuses. As long as the tree stand is on the tree, it's the same kind of bonus.
You have little faith, Phil.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And the important
Nice.
thing to mention, actually, just in case anything weird should happen in the stream, this is, of course, an early build of the game. So just in case any crashes, I didn't give the disclaimer. This is the development build we're playing, of course, because it's unreleased content. So you know. Yep, as predicted, single lung.
Pretty nice.
Nice. Let's go up here and see if I got one of those
Can you
piggies.
maybe bring up the map and see like if we have an indication of hunting pressure here now?
I would, but my
The
scrolling
scrolling is a little bit.
scrolling is an issue.
Yeah. So basically, like since we've done the takedown from a
There we
tree
go.
stand, you will create around like 25% of
It's
the
very
hunting
pale,
pressure.
so it's automatically as if it was a fading one.
Yeah,
basically.
exactly. So you'll see that on the map. Like it's not directly the saturated pink
Yeah.
that you're used to, but now you'll be able to do many more takedowns of animals before the whole area will get toxic due to hunting pressure.
Yes.
So that will support the way of, just luring in a lot of animals and being stationary.
How heavy a tripod tree stands can be. They're pretty weighty,
Yep.
so it's something you will have to be aware of. I don't have one in my bag currently. Can I? No, I already put one on a tree. I can
Yeah.
go and pull one off a tree in a minute.
I think you're able to have, if you have a weapon with a couple scopes and that kind of stuff, I think you'll be able to carry one tripod and one tree stand. So usually the recommended way is bring a tent, because then you can have always access to whatever else is in your storage, and then just place either a tree stand or a tripod. Yeah, there was something going
I
around.
thought
Oh,
so.
there's a boar.
Whee! I think that was a miss. Whee! That wasn't.
Just keeps on walking like, walk it off.
Piggy been working out. Alright, let's see. Where did I hit you, Piggy? Second one should have been a hit.
How many animals would have to be taken down
There we
to
go.
delete a need zone? So if you create a lot of hunting pressure close to a need zone, that need zone will get toxic and will no longer be a need zone. Oh man, I asked the game designers how many kills you need. It's quite a lot.
I mean, that's generally the kind of thing we like you to experiment with yourself anyway, rather
Yeah.
than giving a hard figure. But it's going to be a lot slower using a stand than it would
Yeah.
be if you were normally
Yeah.
doing it. So, I got excited with that piggy and forgot I was tracking some other bloods. So, let's see what we have back here.
So what's going on with Xbox and crashing? Yeah, we'll have a couple of crash fixes in this update as well.
Yeah.
One is related to common crashes on Latent Lake, another one to multiplayer games, and another one to animation. So hopefully your experience should be getting much better.
And the latent one, I believe, is for every platform. It's
Yeah.
going to improve that.
Yeah,
isn't
yeah.
it? So,
Those
yeah.
crash fixes are on all platforms.
Yes. Let's see if those pigs I snapshot at, if I actually hit anything on them.
How does hunting pressure work with tree stands? So basically you will still create hunting pressure, but at a much lesser rate.
Yeah.
So at 25% of a usual takedown.
Can Medved get more love before the addition of the gobble? We have not confirmed the addition of the gobblebird, but we've said we know you want the gobblebird. So let's just clear that one out first. But what do you mean by in terms of love for Medved? What would you like to see?
Yeah.
Let us know.
Always let us know. When it comes to like new animals and that kind of stuff, it's always something we want to do. Like go back to the existing maps and show them some love.
Yeah.
I think this period, basically since beginning of the year, we've just been super busy because we know that you guys want Trurex.
We've
you
been
want
doing some
the
big
trophy love.
stuff.
Yeah, and the lions.
Yeah.
So we knew like let's just go all out on these features because the community really wants them.
Yeah.
And I think soon, hopefully, we'll get to a period again where we can review a little bit, check out what you guys are saying, and it's going to be a little bit less of when's tree stands, when's this, when's the trophy lodge, when's true racks, and we'll get to hear what you guys want to see after that. And if everybody's saying like let's have some Medved love, of course we're more than happy to look into that.
Yes.
Seeing a couple of mention of wolves.
Wolves would be neat.
Wolves, Wolverines, Arctic Fox. That's all great recommendations.
I do believe I put my tree stand in a bad spot for those ones. But that's fine, because I can just take it down and plop it back up again.
Do you guys have any plans for future maps? Yes, we do. We do have plans. Nothing to announce at this point, but again, maps, new animals, new weapons, new equipment, that's all kind of like the thing that we do. And every now and then we'll do something maybe that goes a little bit bigger, like the Trophy Lodge or like True Racks, these kind of things. But yeah, you'll know soon enough. Definitely watch this space. We have a lot of information in the streams or on social media. And now we have a very nice boar family.
We do. I'd love for my mouse to work properly so I can spot which is the good one. But they all look like little girls. But that doesn't stop me from shooting them from my nice tripod stand. So I was clever. I put the tree stand up there and I put the tripod stand next to it down here, so I can actually still get it even if the sight line was not right.
Nice.
That wasn't. No, I got two.
One's
Got
down.
two. One down.
Man, that Mosin is just...
I love it.
It's so good.
I love the sound. I love the animations. I mean, I love the fact you have the individual round.
Yeah.
And then you have, of course, the full clip.
Yeah.
That's really sweet.
Yeah.
And, you know, with the different styles of them. And just in terms of its usability as well. It does so much. It's great.
Yeah, I have to completely agree. I think one of my favorite things about the Mosin is the sound.
Yeah.
So big shout out to Matthias, who did the audio design on that one. Great fucking job.
Yes. You said a swear.
Can I swear? I never.
You
I
did
didn't.
now.
I didn't. We can. It's
It's
not
fine.
live.
It's
We
fine.
can
It's
take
fine.
that out. I
You're allowed
apologize.
one.
Christian
We
channel.
got a little musk over there, but too much gun for that one.
Can I break a leg of the tripod and make it a bipod? Let's see once it releases, right? What gun is that? This is the Mosin Nagant. That is part of the Weapon Pack 2. Highly recommended. Very affordable at $3.99. Already available on all platforms. Some people might see best weapon pack ever.
Yep.
Let's see if that's all
For
true.
me, you get the drilling and the Solican in one package. For Leighton Lake, I use drilling, Solican, and a bow.
Yeah.
It's like the perfect. I can get anything on the map,
Yeah.
and different styles as well. You know, I can choose to use the bird shot for birds. I can use bow if I want to be sneaky at some point.
Aiming from a tripod stand is more steady. Yes. From both tree stands and tripod stands, you'll have aim stabilization, and the hunting pressure reduction that we were talking about earlier is valid for all hunting structures. So if you use the ones that are already placed on reserve, if you go for ground blinds, any kind of hunting structure will have reduction.
Not sure I've already hit that one. I might have just been balked my integrity, but
Yeah, but did you just
I
took
wiped
out the
out
whole-
the entire piggy family. I'm sorry
Wow.
to say. Yes. There's one. Is that other one going to drop? I think I got one in it. Oh, reload your gun, Graham.
bacon for days indeed?
Indeed, all of the bacon. Oh, I'm a bit out of breath.
What does the
chillax.
tripod look like? Maybe we can show that again. Or if you want to take down the last pig, yeah.
Oh, it's already down. It's fine. I
Sweet.
just have to go and clean up my mess, and then I'll run back and give people another peek. Hey, Active Cinematic. Not sure I spotted you earlier. Welcome, welcome. Sylvia. So these are all going to be little ones by the looks of things. Let's just chat there as well. Is there extra bullet drop in the tree stands?
No, there is no extra bullet drop from the tree stands. It's the usual. So you can go to the shooting range that is available in Hirschfelden. If you haven't been there, definitely check it out. You'll have targets. And also, of course, the one in Parque Fernando. You can practice the shooting there. We don't have a way that you can put up a tree stand next to the shooting range at the moment. but it'll just be a little bit of experimentation.
Got more piggies. They come to see what the noise is
Jesus,
about.
wow.
That was a bad decision, piggies.
Can
Like
you
Dave.
do you have a tripod right now? I mean, if you put it up, you probably
that would have
spook
been
them.
awesome, actually. Do I have one in my bags? I think I plopped the last one already.
Okay, not a problem. Will we see more animals in the future? Of course, absolutely. What will those be? Not sure yet. Let us know what you want to see.
Yes, they're coming straight at me. They're going to run me over. They're out for revenge.
Suicidal bacon.
Unfortunately, they're not really offering me a very good target. I don't want to try and shoot a piggy in the face because little brains and all that.
Yeah.
But, sorry.
Why would I buy in-game blinds when I'm more hidden in a free bush 2 yards away? Yeah, totally legit point. Again,
Because
like
your bush doesn't put you in the air. for
That's true,
starters,
that's true.
Line of sight.
but if you are a pro hunter or you don't really care about the DLC, that's completely fine as well. All of that stuff is optional.
Yep.
You will get the content and the game improvements and the crash fixes and all that stuff regardless anyway. And if you happen to join a multiplayer game where people put up the equipment, you can use it as well if you want to.
Yes. Right, let's clean these back up. And you wanted to see the tripod stand again, didn't we?
Top Gun, $5 on the next Truex after elk is gonna be road ears. Oh, someone's going out on a limb.
Yeah. I'll let those piggies go. I can't clean out all the bacon on the entire map. We need to save for next winter.
It's very kind of you. It's very kind.
Yes. When I stop shooting, nothing's left alive to use a need zone. Well, you know, it's all part of like your map management as well. I mean, I know some people are really experts at you know, playing the strengths of how the different functions work with need zones and hunting pressure and that kind of thing. You cannot fast travel to them directly, but you can plop a tent down super duper close and travel around that way.
After DLC, do the pods and stands cost in-game money as well, like tents do? Yes. I think one tree stand or one tripod is around 15,000, maybe a little bit more.
Yeah.
Probably 16, something like that. So if you want to buy more, you can buy more. The limit for tree stands is 32 per reserve. The limit for tripod stands is also 32 per reserve.
As high as bacon prices are, you need to get all the pigs you can. You can never have too much bacon, so I'll incline to agree there.
Could Truex be implemented for tusks and horns? Could it? Yes. Will it? Let's see. We definitely have a priority when it comes to animals because you guys also
All about them racks.
say you want to see the recs and what recs of what animals first. So we try to line them up in terms of like how easy are they to do, how much sense does it make with the other releases that we have. So it's definitely possible. Something for the future.
Okay, so what was the tripod question? How was it set up and takedown they were asking about? Or we can just do the whole spiel.
Yeah.
So here we go. Tripod stand here. Conveniently perched on that rock so I can see over this frozen lake. Enter, hitting E. Otherwise, you can go to this equipment bag here to pick it up. So you just find out where you want to put your new stand. Logically, it's not going to go on super wonky terrain, but if you can find yourself a flatter area, you can plop it down. Let me try and get an angle so I can show the rotation, and then you hold right click and you can rotate it. Rotation is aesthetic because you are able to do a there's a moose up there. You're able to do a 360 view around it. No, there we go. I'm not going to track that for 6 days.
Very, very good decision.
Yes. So yes, and it will spook things within a certain radius when you put it down. Yeah.
Exactly. And just a reminder again, if you fast travel to tents, this will not spook animals, so you can put tents conveniently next to your tree stands or tripods and kind of create these hunting spots and then just travel around the map, like zigzag around, see what is active where to get a good idea and just hunt stationary. And to summarize once more, Tree stands and tripods will go out June 3rd on all platforms. $3.99 is going to be the DLC price. Includes 3 variations of tree stands, 3 variations of tripod stands, conifer, arctic and timber.
Yep.
You can place 32 of tree stands, 32 of tripod stands. There's going to be crash fixes in the patch that comes along with the DLC. There's going to be a couple of game improvements. We fixed the issue that you don't have antlers on your pre-True Rex, Whitetail and Blacktails. Crash fix for Leighton Lake. And True Rex for the Roosevelt elk.
That's a lot of stuff.
It's a lot of stuff.
It is a lot of stuff.
So that's a nice update. And also just a quick shout out to the amazing people who made the tree stands and tripods and all the updates and improvements possible. So huge thank you to Lenny, Dennis, Patrick, Nicola, Matthias, Zeke, Ronak, pretty much everybody. Of course, Roosevelt Elk, Cecilia, who does all the animals and all the Rex. She's very happy. Like if you look at her, you look at her eyes, it's just they become like little antlers. And now she started doing memes like, "Hey, I heard you like antlers. Do you like some antlers on your antlers?" And
I saw that
she's
one.
slowly getting crazy.
Chad Moore, we are indeed reading Facebook chat, buddy. We're reading 5 different chats right now, in fact. So it's understandable you might miss a few, but we are reading everything. Keep up the good work, guys, says Robert on Facebook. Thank you, thank you. Okay, so I just popped to another one, but nothing there at the moment, so I can just... Where are we? So I would love to be able to zoom in so I can get my tent, but as you know, my mouse is balked, so... No one has found the Easter egg yet, and we're not expecting to either because it's a real doozy. We're going to be giving some clues to make things a little bit easier in the near future. So yeah, this is the nice thing about having lots of different setups. You can just flick between them. If you draw a blank, it's no biggie. You just go to your next one.
Absolutely. And one more note regarding the tree stands. You won't be able to place them on any tree in the game. Some trees will just not support the weight and that kind of thing. And a couple of maps are also not really designed for a lot of stationary hunting. However, you will be able to place tree stands on every map. So there's going to be at least a couple of tree types where you can place them. And one other thing, I saw a nice message from Heathen Style. I'd like to give a shout out to all the amazing people I've made friends with because of this game. And this is absolutely amazing. So thank you guys so much for playing this game and being fucking a great community on all the different platforms and, you know, coming together on a hunting game like this where we all, you know, we talk to each other. You guys want to see tree stands and tripods. You've been vocal about that for quite some time. And now June 3rd, it's not far away. It's finally going to happen.
Yes. Kiwi's away this week. That's why you're not seeing Kiwi. You got the stand-in, which is myself. He'll be back next week. Well, I guess that nice heartfelt wishes there, Phil, is a good point to wrap it up. And yeah, as you said, this game does build a lot of relationships, has an amazing community around it, and I'm privileged to get to interact with them all every day. Tree Kiwi 2, super fun. So yeah, you already have the date for tripods and tree stands. We'll probably fiddle around them again in our next stream as well, so you can have another look at stuff. Tree Kiwi can get his hands on them for the first time as well. I'm sure we'll be hyped to see that.
Nice.
But otherwise, thanks you all for coming. If you have any more questions, social media, we're still going to be there up until next week. Otherwise, catch us same time, same place next week, and you can give us anything else you might have forgot to ask today then.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool.
Spread the word. Thank you very much, guys.
And nice of you to
All
be
the
here,
best.
Phil. Don't be a stranger.
Absolute pleasure.
Yes. Awesome. See you all. Bye-bye.
Bye.